Cincinnati, that's another team that I kind of think is a runaway train right now, right? I mean, they're just
Right.
ripping through everyone. We know their record at home, 6-1. We know they're 4-0-1 ATS past 5 playoff games. I don't know how much stock we put into it this year, so to speak, but ultimately, who's going to be under center for the Baltimore Ravens, right? I
Yeah,
mean, it
that's
might
the
be
question.
Anthony Downtown Brown right now. No Lamar Jackson. Huntley's still a little iffy.
Listen, I don't think it matters who's the quarterback, even if Lamar Jackson plays, which I don't think he will. I think that we might have even seen Lamar Jackson in his last game as a Raven. We could probably get to more of that later. But I think that Joe Burrow, the Bengals were my preseason pick from the AFC to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm going to ride hard with them. There is no one right now in this league that I see play with more ice in their veins, especially in big games, than Joe Burrow. He has owned the Kansas City Chiefs the last 2 years, beat them in the AFC Championship, beat them earlier this year. I think that he doesn't care about playing against the Ravens for the second time in the week. I think that the Bengals are going to approach that game and play as if they're losing by 7 instead of being up by maybe 17. I know that it got a little close last week, but the last game of the regular season is totally different from the first game of the playoffs. So again, another favorite, but I don't, whether the spread's 6.5, 7, 7.5, I'm comfortable riding with Cincinnati. But the Ravens just can't score with either Brown or Huntley. So I don't see them scoring now.
Right. And even if Jackson was going to be available in play, you just don't know about the rust factor. And I like Cincinnati's front four. I like them causing havoc defensively. Great point on Burrow. I mean, he is just ice water in his veins. And think about this. The Rams basically sold out last year. They sold their soul and they went out with a whimper. Cincinnati gets to the Super Bowl. They lose it, had an opportunity to win it late, obviously couldn't convert late in that game. And now all of a sudden they're back in the playoffs trying to get back to the Super Bowl. That to me tells me how good of a team they are and just kind of like laser focused. So I kind of get the sense Cincinnati's in there. We're pissed off at everyone. No one's giving us the respect, and they're just going to run Baltimore out of the building.
I said that last year, and I rode with them all the way to the Super Bowl. I said they're the most disrespected team in the league, and they like that. They play that. They feed off of it. They have a much better offensive line. They really upgraded it in the offseason for Joe Burrow. I think he's going to have better protection. I think the Ravens are just limping at this point. They're just happy to be in it. They had a lot of front-loaded wins in the early season when Lamar was there, but I don't see them covering this game.